All right. Welcome everyone. Thank you guys for joining us today or tonight. We are excited that you guys are watching with us. Just to introduce myself, my name is Sarah Wagner. I'm a senior in Alpha Phi this year, and I am the large group coordinator and hospitality coordinator for GreekIV this year.
My name is Thomas Griffith. I am the president of GreekIV. I am a senior Sigma Nu at Clemson, and I'd like to start this off by telling everyone what GreekIV is. It is a place where Greek and Christian come together. Our vision is to be a multi-chapter, multi-council, multi-ethnic community to see every Greek student one friend away from knowing Jesus. And we connect with all the chapters and provide materials for their chapter ministries. And what this is a large group. It's a Tuesday night gathering, and normally it would be in person in the student Senate chambers, but obviously it's going to be online or recorded. And we host a large group every other Tuesday night at 8 p.m.
Awesome. Thanks, Thomas. So tonight we are going to be having a panel. So Mac, Andrew, Natalie, and Tori are going to be sharing a little bit about their experience on how they have been living out their lives, Greek and Christian. So I'll have them introduce themselves. Mac, do you want to start?
Yeah, my name is Matt McKee. I am an ATO from Clarksville, Mississippi, and I am chaplain of ATO.
Andrew?
Well, back to Mac. What's your fun fact?
We just got done with our first Bible study. It's pretty fun. We had a good group, so it went well.
Oh, yeah.
Hey guys, Andrew Levitt, graduated from Clemson in 2019. Was an ATO there, living in Charlotte, North Carolina right now. And about a month and a half ago, I became a father. So here is my daughter. Her name's Willie. So enjoying all of the joys and pains of having a puppy right now.
So exciting. All right, Natalie.
Yeah, I'm Natalie. I also graduated from Clemson in May of 2019. I was an Alpha Phi, and I live in Atlanta now, going to grad school down there. And my fun fact is I had coronavirus with my parents, and it wasn't fun.
And last but not least, Tori.
Hi guys, my name's Tori. I'm a senior Chi Omega here at Clemson. I said that really oddly. And a fun fact about me is that I spent the summer in Denver and drove there from Charlotte, North Carolina, and drove back in 2 days from Denver to North Carolina, and then drove up to Boston. So that's pretty awful. But so.
Right.
Thanks, y'all. We're super excited about tonight. And just a reminder, we want to invite you guys to be open and honest about your experiences with Greek life and being Christian. So feel free to answer those questions honestly, and we're super excited about this tonight.
I have the first question to ask y'all. And so what did your faith look like when you first joined your fraternity or sorority?
I'll go. This is gonna be hard because of Zoom, but so when I rushed as a freshman, and going into college, like faith definitely wasn't like top of mind. In like high school, I was like super involved in my life group and everything, but just like moving into college, I wasn't really concerned with that. I wanted to make friends and I wanted to party, and that's what I did. I did a lot of it. And so it wasn't my proudest moment, but definitely like, I'm sure we'll get to this later, but joining GreekIV helped me change like a lot of that. But it was definitely very focused on like worldly things and things that like don't really matter. And I did a lot of things I wasn't proud of. So glad I passed that, but I'm sure like a lot of people can relate to that.
Go ahead. So yeah, I would say if I could describe my faith going into college, I would say empty. Whole life went to church every Sunday, went to youth group, all that good stuff. More or less because my parents made me. Didn't have any problems with it. But for me, I think it was about checking boxes. And thinking back on it, I think I was a Christian, but there was an asterisk there. So I'd gone 18 plus years without kind of asking myself what it means to be a Christian. And I'm not above shameless plugs. So like Tori said, I think a big aspect of discovering what that means was this community here. So through older guys like Drew Pickens and Branch, I guess I'm pretty old too, so you guys probably don't know those names. But then talking to Dusty, and then also becoming friends with people my age, like Natalie and Tori and Crawford and all these people that were going through the exact same thing, really helped me grow in my 3 or so years involved.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing, y'all. I know that I can definitely relate to those as well. But how would you say that your Greek life has changed your faith, or did change your faith, for Natalie and Andrew?
I can talk about that. I would say I had a similar experience as Andrew, kind of coming in with that really empty faith. And I think the last thing I thought was the Greek life was going to grow my faith. But surprisingly, after I found GreekIV sophomore year, I feel like it really shaped the faith that I have today. And through mentorship and just community and GreekIV, I just gained the opportunity to lead Bible studies and be on the leadership team. I feel like all those things really work together to help me grow my faith in college. And I don't know what it would look like if I hadn't joined Greek life. I feel like without Greek life, my faith might still be empty. So I think it's all about perspective and, just seeing Greek life as a place where you can grow and share the word. There's so many people in Greek life who don't know Jesus. And so I think if you look at it that way and see it as an opportunity to be challenged and to really just kind of develop that mature adult faith, you can get so much out of Greek life in respect to your Christianity, I think.
Yeah, I would kind of get off that. Yeah, my relationship with God was kind of went to church every Sunday and everything, kind of like Andrew, kind of felt like checking the boxes. And then kind of come to college, definitely kind of was like still a strong Christian and everything, but I definitely would say I just got a lot more distracted since like joining Greek life. Just not really like God wasn't like really like the first thing I was thinking about. Like I was thinking more of just school, my friends, fraternity, and everything else like that. And then kind of like Tori said, getting it a little bit later, but after talking to like Dusty and got a GreekIV, kind of came to the back of my my faith like kept going, I guess. Came my priority again, and I saw like being in a fraternity as a opportunity to lead others and inspire others to find God.
Yeah, thank you. I also definitely Greek life has definitely changed my faith too. But what has been the biggest challenge for y'all as a Christian who's also involved in Greek life?
yeah, I think looking back at my 4 years, I think the biggest challenge for me, and it's really all in your head, or it was all in my head at least, was kind of a fear of what other people would think, kind of thinking that I was different or that I had to compartmentalize different aspects of my life, which really allowed me to kind of step outside of my comfort zone. And like I kind of said earlier, you know, I think you'd be surprised at how many people are in the exact same situation. And, you know, maybe we're afraid to start a conversation or whatever, but yeah, I think that in doing so really also showed me what it means to live out my faith, and not have such an empty faith, but see that those things are supposed to be, you know, your faith in your life and everything are supposed to go hand in hand. And, you know, sort of the value of being a light in a dark place, so to speak.
I think for me, that one was like kind of difficult. I had to think about that. It's just like continuing to like make him and like God and like time with him like a priority. Like obviously like in Greek life, there's like a lot you can get like swept up with in like just like time and like activities to do and like people to hang out with like when you're freshman, but like obviously like those challenges change as you get older. But like now it's just like I want to be with my friends and I like want to worry about getting a job when I have to get a job. And so like really like I've seen my challenges change, but definitely just like continuing to like make him a priority throughout that all that time, because like even though all this stuff around me is changing constantly, like knowing he never changes, and also like trusting him, especially now, that kind of like goes hand in hand, because it's very easy for me to like get wrapped up and have this plan and want something to work out a certain way, and just like understanding that like it might not, and it's like great to have goals, but like he has like a better plan in mind for me. And so just like focusing on like continuing to put him first and trust his plan, I think is like the overarching challenge I faced going through Greek life and college.
Yeah, time is definitely hard, especially in college. I think like time management for me, even like with class and everything like that, finding time for the Lord. But how do you think being in Greek IV has maybe helped that, or has changed that in a way? What has y'all's involvement in Greek IV looked like?
I would say just having people to hold you accountable. You know, before I got involved with Greek IV, I didn't really have a lot of friends in Greek life who were also trying to pursue Christianity. So I didn't really have anyone to hold me accountable or to lead me. And so it was nice to have those people who were going through the same thing, and also older students who had kind of been there. And again, just Catherine and Dusty, having people who are even further removed from college, actually like investing you, and not, I feel like you just feel less alone. It's easier to really pursue the Lord when you have that kind of community and accountability.
Yeah, I would say after getting involved with Greek IV, definitely just have a lot more conversations. I feel like about God than you probably do regularly and in your chapter. So you know you kind of leave Tuesday nights being inspired to make an impact on others throughout the week and to have those conversations with other people in your chapter.
Yeah, I like definitely agree with like what Natalie and Mac both said. I think a big part of it for me was just like, yeah, like the opportunity kept popping up for me to like spend time with him or like talk about him or like think about him, and or like God when I say him. And I got to be chaplain with my own sorority, so that's like how I like kind of first got involved with Greek IV. And so just like having like that community of like other chaplains going through the same thing, trying to figure out like how to like lead all these people that you don't really feel that qualified to lead. And then also meeting like all these people who are like doing the same thing, kind of like Natalie and Mac both said, really like encourages you and pushes you and just gives you the opportunity to put it top of mind a lot more than you normally would.
Yeah, the encouragement was really helpful for me when I was starting out. Um, uh, how does being a Christian in a Greek chapter affect your social life?
For me, I don't think it changed like the events or the parties or anything that I would go to. I still found myself able to be in those situations. I just think I handled myself differently when I was there. I would still go out with my friends on the weekends. And, there were some times where I, made mistakes too, but I think for the most part, I would really try to just be different in those situations. And I think a lot of times that opens up the door for conversation too. If people notice that you're still out and being social, but you're also acting different and not, letting yourself get too crazy and doing really, really stupid things all the time. Like we've all done before. But I think, yeah, just being there, but being different.
Yeah, I think it really enhanced it, which was the last thing I expected, to be honest with you. But I just think back to a lot of conversations that I had with my fraternity brothers and other people at Clemson, and the depth of those conversations that I feel like wouldn't have happened if it hadn't been for being Christian, being involved in Greek IV, feeling comfortable, talking about that. But I think it kind of shifts the conversation in a lot of ways away from, oh, how many beers did you drink last night or whatever. And those conversations get a lot deeper. So as much as any fraternity talks about brotherhood or sorority talks about sisterhood, I think that those can be surface level conversations sometimes. So, starting a conversation off with how are you doing, and really meaning that, instead of just saying how you doing as a kind of salutation, I think it goes a long way for whoever you're talking to, but also for you. And, it really shows people you care. And yeah, I just think back to, like I said, a lot of examples of just absolutely great conversations with people that, didn't expect to ever happen. So.
So what advice would you want, or would you give someone who's trying to be Greek and Christian? What is maybe a piece of advice that you were given throughout college or before that you would give to somebody else, or something that you've learned as your time in college that you would give somebody?
I would say just be intentional. Be intentional in your faith, and like you wake up every morning, take a shower, make time every morning to pray, read the Bible, or do, where you really connect with God. And, I wouldn't say connect with only the Christian, like a Christian bubble in your chapter, or any certain group of people. It's more just kind of have those conversations, and, always kind of keep God in the mind, and like I said, it's better to kind of communicate with other people. So like get involved with organizations such as Greek IV, where you're hearing about Jesus, and you're talking about it, and just understand you have the chance to talk with people who probably know more about God than you do, but at the same time you get to teach others as well.
Yeah, like kind of going off that, I think Max did it really well, but just like not going too far in the direction of like, oh, I'm only gonna hang out with Christian people, and like, oh, I'm only gonna hang out with like my Greek friends who aren't Christian, or like not you might have Greek friends who are Christian, but like Greek friends who like just want to go out and party all the time. I think it's really important to find both, like people that encourage you to pursue the Lord, but also people that you can encourage to pursue the Lord or open up those conversations as well, which is exactly like what he wants us to do, to teach others about him and to love others like he does. So.
Nice. I got one last question for y'all. What do you what do or did you love about Greek life?
Coming from me, I'm from Mississippi, so I really just knew my roommate coming into college. Didn't really, just kind of fell in love with Clemson, like the campus and the community as a whole, but there wasn't really anybody I met, during my time where or anyone I really knew that kind of like drug me there. It's just community Clemson. So, Greek life was kind of like the first like circle, like first step I took in kind of my Clemson journey of like getting to meet people and like through, like the people I've met, I've gotten connected to organizations such as GreekIV and other places, and I've continued to meet other people. And it was really my first step in, getting to call Clemson home and meet the people who really make this place special.
I'd say what I love most about Greek life is probably that it got me connected to Greek IV. It sounds kind of cliche on the Greek and Christian panel, but I think that Greek IV was probably the best part of my college experience. And I would hate to look back and think of what it would have been like without it. Just the people I met, the opportunities I had to lead and grow as a person. And I think I really carried a lot of what I learned from Greek IV with me after college. And it's really fun too to get to come back and do stuff like this, even being a few years out, just seeing how the chapter has grown, and still checking in with people. So yeah, I think definitely what I love most about Greek life was probably Greek IV.
Yeah, I think for me is a combination of the community, but also the opportunities that came out of that, which kind of ties, I guess, Mac and Natalie's answers together. But really enjoyed the community of, 90 something guys that, we were alike in a sense, but everybody was different. So just being able to, Tuesday afternoon, send a text out, anybody want to play basketball, and you got 20 guys there. Or, anybody want to go fishing or whatever. Always somebody to do something with, was really great for me, and just those relationships that came out of that. And along with that, going to opportunity like Natalie said, Greek life can be such a great way to get involved in more areas of campus. So Greek IV, obvious example, wouldn't have happened without it. But I look at all the stuff I did at Clemson, all the organizations that I was a part of or whatever, and every single one of them came out of Greek life. Somebody I met in Greek life who encouraged me to come to a meeting or whatever, it turned into making more friends over there. So I just think that, seeing as it's kind of a microcosm of Clemson's campus, and you have the ability to, connect with people that are similar to you, I think it's a great way to explore other corners of Clemson's campus.
My answer is definitely really similar to everyone else's, but it's definitely the people. Whether it be like in my own chapter and like not in my own chapter, just like people I get through Greek IV. My best friends is in another sorority and my roommate now. Like just people that I see in my life, being in my life for forever, for like a very long time. And that like wouldn't have happened had I not joined Greek life. And like I met people, like they all said, through GreekIV, which was really special, and like people who pushed me to like grow my faith, and kind of like Andrew said, there's like all the meetings I thought of or joined or like thought of going to were because I was encouraged by others. I knew some of my chapter and like just through other communities to do so as well. So definitely the people.
All right, thank y'all so much for coming out here and being panelists for us. So thank you, Andrew, Tori, Mac, and Natalie. I'm very excited for those who are watching this on Tuesday, this live. So if you are new to GreekIV, if you're a freshman and want to know more or get involved or have any questions about this panel, y'all are more than welcome to come to the debrief Tuesday at 8:45. So you're more than welcome to join us and talk to Sarah and I. And to close this, I'm going to end us in a prayer. So, dear Lord, thank you for bringing all these guys and girls here to talk about their experiences in college in their Greek life. I pray that you can watch over just all the people in Clemson in Greek life through whatever is going on in their lives, that you can be with them and guide and encourage them. And thank you, Lord. Amen.
Thanks for watching, and thank you guys again for joining us. And we'll see you Tuesday night, 8:45.